Hello folks, it's Mentor speaking. Welcome back to this other episode of the Luganda series on this YouTube channel. Now, this is a question that I normally get from every person that wants to be profitable in the Forex market, including the other folks that want to be rich in the Forex market. How do I spot a 200 pip move just like you did on the USD JPY? How do I spot a 50 pip move? How do I spot this and that? It is never easy. All the concepts that I'm teaching you, they are 85% accurate, not 100%. I leave the other 15% to the brokers and the market makers. I am a price action trader trading smart money concepts, and that's what I teach on this YouTube channel. Sometimes I win, some other time I lose. Just like we all know the game, not every day is a Sunday. I sent this signal to most folks. This is actually why I'm recording this video. And most folks were like, okay, how did you know that price will come to this level and retrace? Because they were amazed by this, and I'm like, okay, let me just record an episode explaining what I look for. Now, if you didn't manage to see that signal, I shared it with my community tab on YouTube. Here it is. This is the picture. You can actually go and check it out. I had a lot of details here. Now you can go back and read, okay, on your own. Most folks took this serious and the other folks didn't. But that's not a big deal. Many are called, but few are chosen. Now, if you remember the so-called swing highs and lows. Now, if you didn't watch that episode, I will have it pinned somewhere in the corner on your right hand side in the corner. I will have it pinned somewhere. Price action. Now, let me show you something really quick right here. So let me go ahead and close this replay and show you something. Okay, we go back to 2017, 19, 17. Okay, right here. So most folks are looking at the head and shoulder here. Let me show you what retail traders are looking at. Okay, so a retail trader is looking at head and shoulder, blah, 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 as a trend reversal pattern, which is okay. I have no problem with that. Sometimes they work and some other time they don't work, but they've never worked for me. So let me show you what I will be looking at here. As a price action trader, now I'm going to use a replay tool that TradingView gives every person that signs up using your email. They give you this option of having a replay only on daily candles and above. Okay, they don't give you a replay on a 15 minutes chart or a 5 minutes chart. No, they only give you a replay on higher time frames like the like the daily and monthly and weekly time frames. So let's go ahead and do a little price action setup here. So we see price came, traded below this low, sorry, this imbalance, then rallied, took all these highs out. Someone will be looking at this as a, okay, and as an order block. The other folks will call this an order block, institutional level, all that kind of stuff. It's okay. They trade through that, which is fine. Just like we saw earlier, this is something like those guys are looking at as, they're looking at this setup as a head and shoulder. You see this low here, this is not a swing low, it is not a swing low. It is just, excuse me, it is just a low. Okay, so I'll go ahead and mark this low. I'll go ahead and mark this low. Price trades lower below that low. Now, once price trades below this low, if I do this, now all the concepts that I show you, I told you if you are to sell, we want to see price trade below this low, aggressively give us an imbalance. Do you take this trade? Absolutely yes. Now I gave you two concepts. You either take this green candles low for your entries, okay? You sell from that level, or just anything around here. You just do your price action on a lower time frame. Now let's assume it's a 15 minutes chart and you're looking for entries to go either long or short. So price trades below this low. What does it give us? A relative equal low. Let's go ahead and thank you. So these two lows, though it traded a little bit lower than that, but at least, so it trades below this and that low. After that, want to see price come to either that level or anywhere, then we sell. We're looking at the 50 level. You see the 50 level there? So most folks will take this low to keep price lower. Okay, they'll be like, okay, I know price will, this level will keep price lower, which is okay. Price trades to the 50 level, and what does it do? It trades lower. Okay, all the concepts are working. You're happy. Now, on this day, we trade above this candle's high, trades below this candle's low, then closes above this candle's low. Let me repeat my statement. On this day, this black candle's day, we opened here, traded to the 50 level, which is above this candle's high. We trade below this candle's low, okay, right here. Then we close in here. Where do we close? Above this candle's low. There is no big deal to you, but to me, it's a big deal. Let's wait and see on the next day what is happening. Now, I will be like, okay, I want to see price take this low out. Very good. No worries, no problem. It's a brilliant idea. Let's see. The next candle takes this low. Oh, most folks are excited about selling. But there is something I want you to look at. Pause this video. I want you to pause this video and look at something. Something really interesting is happening here on a daily chart. Do you want me to show it to you? Do you want me to explain to you? If we manage to trade, now this is where we have a problem with the weekly bias sometimes. Okay, all these concepts that I'm teaching you, they are 85% accurate, not 100%, I repeat. You leave the 15% to the market makers and the brokers that manipulate wicks. And maybe the news that will affect you, and maybe anything can happen in the market, folks. I was just checking a signal I gave to some folks out there, so I'm just checking. It's not part of the lesson, but let's go ahead. So back to this. I told you something really big is happening here. I want you to look at these candles. These candles are all normal, except 1, 2, 3. Why? Why aren't we trading below this low? Why are we stuck here between this low and this high? You see these wicks? Every time price comes to this candle, it's pushed, okay? It is rejected. Every time it comes to this candle, it is rejected. Do you remember the interbank dealing range, highs and lows? The ones I normally talk about, the ones I normally put on my charts. Definitely, you don't remember them. Now, if I don't see price take this low, I will call this a swing low and this a swing high. Now, I said if you don't remember both swing highs and lows, then you have to go back and watch that video. I will have its link in the description below for you to access it easily. Let's move forward. The interbank dealing range high and the interbank dealing range low. What do I consider before calling them interbank dealing ranges? I consider a swing low and a swing high. Price is stuck in between a swing high and a swing low. If we trade above the swing high, if we trade above the swing high, it's a buy. If we trade below the swing low, it's a sell, with no doubt. Remember, I told you, I am a price action trader using smart money concepts. Whether you believe me or not, that's what I do. So I'll call this my interbank dealing range high. Okay, now this is funny. Interbank dealing range high. Then the lower one will be the interbank dealing range low. Okay. Interbank dealing range low. To me, they are. To me, they are. And now this is my concept. Whatever I'm teaching on this YouTube channel, these are the things. Now, I learned, but I later corrected myself from what I learned. Just like I'm teaching you, you'd also have to correct yourself somewhere and be like, I think this is supposed to be like this. I think this is supposed to be like this, okay? I just learned a lot of stuff, but I later looked at which one would be my interbank dealing range high and the interbank dealing range low. Simply because every time we are stuck inside a swing high and low, I normally see price break one side and trade to the other side. Okay, if it breaks the swing high, it trades higher. If it breaks the swing low, it trades lower. So I kept teaching myself these setups. I'm like, okay, now this will be my interbank dealing range high, and this will be my interbank dealing range low. Okay, folks, so that's why I consider these ones as my interbank dealing ranges. So as long as price is still stuck in this area, I won't see myself either click a buy or sell button. Okay, I will wait for one side to be broken first. But if you're greedy enough, well, you can trade sija kugana. Remember, we are not rich, we are just trying to be profitable. So if they break the swing high, where will my next take profit be? Now, why am I looking at a buy here? Okay, why am I looking at a buy here? Now, let me show you something funny. Every time price comes to this candle, just like I told you earlier, it keeps being rejected. It keeps trading higher. Do you know what, these people using indicators are seeing? Overbought. Overbought. Okay? Overbought. That's what their indicators are showing them. Overbought. Now, what do you think will happen when their indicators are showing overbought, they will definitely sell. If price trades above this high, I'll be looking at this swing point as my take profit to the dot. I don't want 50 more pips above this. I don't want 70 more pips above this. I'll be looking at this week. It's high. That's what I'm looking at. This week's high. Go ahead and mark that high. If we trade below this, still on the left, I'll look for the next swing point, which I won't do now because I don't want to have a long video explaining a simple strategy. The interbank dealing range high and the interbank dealing range low. My setup, we buy. Oh, this is what a retail trader is now looking at. You see this week and this one? They're looking at what? Support and resistance concepts. Overbought concepts. What are they going to do? They're going to sell. Okay? What are they going to do? They're going to sell. Which is okay. We all have different concepts and we all earn money in different ways. The pressure below this candle and the other pressure below this candle and the pressure on these two candles, on indicators it will show them an overbought. The interbank dealing range high, that week's high, will show them what? Resistance level. What happens when you have resistance with overbought? You definitely have to sell. But that's not how I'm trading. If an indicator shows me that it's an overbought, if this swing high shows me that you're not passing here, I will wait for price to break above that. My next take profit, just like I told you here. Okay, this is enough confirmation for me. Oh, the indicators are still showing overbought and you're still selling. And you sell as a retail trader. I just pity people that use indicators. So if we've managed to trade above that, where is my stop loss? Below this candle. Let me indicate that. That will be my SL, or that will be my stop. Oops. This is my stop, take profit. The next day, I'll buy the open, take profit, stop loss. How many pips? Well, ooh la la, 600 pips, 650 something. How many pips are you risking now? You're only risking half of that. This is a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Are you sure you're going to take the 50 pips? 85% sure, not 100% sure. That's why you have to use a stop loss and use smaller lot size. Now, the weekly bias won't save you here as well. The institutional levels won't save you here. The other concepts won't save you here. I'm showing you what these people are looking at. The indicator, still showing them overbought. They are tempting them to sell. What is smart money doing? They are looking at this high. It buys. Did it trade lower? It didn't. You buy there. Why buy here? This is the candle that traded above this swing high. That's why I'm trusting these candles open to buy. use lower time frames for entries. The indicator is still showing them overbought. What are they doing? They are selling. Let me move this. What happened the next day? We come here. Now, there is a concept that I would want to share with you, but not in this video. I normally call it a goalpost. My goalpost. Now, that is also my concept, but I won't share it in this video, not today, because I don't want to have this video. Okay, I don't want to have a long video. Have we hit the take profit yet? No, we haven't. We're still moving. Let's go forward. Now, this candle comes in as a doji. Which day was this? This might, okay. But remember, the stop loss is still here. And remember, they are weekends as well, okay? They are weekends. So this might have been a Saturday or a Sunday, December 11th. If you go back to your calendar, you'll see it might have been a Sunday or a Saturday. Then, right there, above that, your 600 pips are taken. Your 600 pips are taken. That is why I gave you this setup of 200 pips. That is the same setup that I looked for. The same setup that I'm teaching you here. It is the same thing that I looked for to give you that same take profit. Price hits that same level and it goes its way. Okay? I want you to go back to your charts because you know more than enough already. I will keep introducing, few things, okay? Few things each and every day. Every new episode will include new strategies for the other gurus to also learn from you in the future. I know it's not easy adopting all these concepts. Some folks say, I think what we have on this YouTube channel is already enough for them to trade. I just laugh at you. So now here, what do? My take profit there. What do I do? Now, you will ask me, but Mentor, if this swing low was also, this swing point was also taken, so I think my take profit should be here. Well, I want you to look at this number of candles trading higher. Do you think the other folks are not willing, to reprice, come for this low as well? Yes, definitely. But if you took 600 pips in how many days? 1, 2, 3 days. Folks, 600 pips. Unakusatu. Okay? Don't be rich, just be profitable. I just want you to spot, okay, profitable things. Not overbought, sell, oversold, buy. One more example. Swing low taken here. Where do you put your take profit? The next swing point. The swing low, though it is a bit weird, it's too long, but this one gets taken. They trade below this. Stop loss there, take profit here. I want me to show you. That is the sell model. Okay, that's how you sell. How many pips? Well, something like 600 pips again. Okay, use swing points. Use swing lows and swing highs. Would this and this be the interbank dealing range? We have a swing high and a swing low. We trade below this low, we are trading lower. We trade above this high, we are trading higher. Which is my next target, the next swing point, the next swing point here. I hope this was insightful.